And let's head over to Tom Kippen for the latest on a tornado warning in our area.
Hubert, that tornado warning is for the western portions of Fulton County. You can see the information also running at the top of your screen along with the safety information. As we look at the storm that is capable of producing the tornado, it is for, like I said, the western portions of Fulton County, and that runs until 6:30. Now, this storm is moving to the southeast at about 10 miles per hour and is between Fayette and Wauseon. What I'm going to do also now is switch over to the velocity mode, and you'll see your colors change. The reason they issued the tornado warning was because of a Doppler radar indicated tornado, and I'll zoom in a little bit tighter on the Fayette area south and east of there, and you can see the green and the red colors close together. The green colors going towards the radar site in northern Indiana, red colors away from the radar site in northern Indiana, in North Webster, Indiana to be exact. That's when it had the strongest part of the rotation, and then it kind of died on out. And right now the storm, it was producing a tornado, would be about 5 miles south and east of the Fayette area, moving to the south and east. Let's put a storm track on this, and you can see on the last scan the radar indicated portion of the tornado died on out, or almost died on out. Nonetheless, though, we continue to have a tornado warning, and I'm going to plot some storm tracks on this right now before we go to break, and we'll move this storm to south and east at about 20 miles per hour. It's going to put it in the Wauseon area close to 6:30. The rotation part of the storm, like I said, is dying out. Nonetheless, we continue to have a tornado warning south and east of Fayette, north and west of Wauseon for the western portions of Fulton County until 6:30. If you're in those areas, like I mentioned, once again, south and east of Fayette, north and west of Wauseon, you need to move to your basement, get to the lowest part of your house. If you don't have a basement, like an interior bathroom, bedroom, or closet, and make sure you're away from windows. If you're in a mobile home, evacuate those and find, at last resort, a ditch and cover your heads. I'll be back with weather here on the other side of the break, and I'll continue to run information at the top of the screen.
From the NBC 24 Weather Center, this is your triple Doppler forecast.
And we continue with the tornado warning for western portions of Fulton County. Let's go to NBC 24 triple Doppler radar. And what I'm going to do is zoom in on the western portions of Fulton County. And I want to show you which portions that are in danger and you need to take your tornado precautions is south and east of Fayette and north and west of Wauseon. And to really paint this picture, what I'm going to do is switch over to the velocity portion of our radar. And what that is the winds going away from the radar and the winds going towards the radar. So you're going to see the colors change here. And it looks like we just got something new in from the National Weather Service. So let me read that bulletin here. Give me just 1 second. Just want to give you guys out there the latest information from the National Weather Service in northern Indiana. The tornado warning is going to continue until 6:30. At 6:12, National Weather Service Doppler radar indicated a severe thunderstorm with strong rotation. This severe thunderstorm was located 8 miles northwest of Wauseon and moving to the southeast at 15 miles per hour. So the Weather Service is still concerned about rotation with this storm. So I'd say if you're in the Wauseon area, you need to take your tornado precautions, or I'd say you got about 5 minutes left, and then you need to take your tornado precautions. We'll zoom in just a little bit tighter here on this storm, and the rotation part of the storm is up near the Wauseon area, and you can see right there in that last frame, what this storm is doing is the rotation is strong, then weak, then strong, then weak. So this really isn't a classic tornado situation or a real strong tornado situation, but nonetheless, you still need to take your tornado precautions, and I'll flip those on what you need to do on the screen right now. And what you need to do is, if you're along County Road K, Walters Avenue, County Road H right now, you need to take shelter in a basement or in a central room on the lowest floor of your home. Stay away from windows, and if you're in a mobile home, seek shelter in a more substantial shelter, or if you don't have substantial shelter to go to in the areas that I just mentioned, and I'll mention again here in a second, lie flat in a ditch, but the main part is you need to get out of that area, out of your mobile home, because mobile homes get tossed around real easily in tornadoes. Let's take you back to the radar here, and I'm going to widen out the view again and keep it here keep it here on the velocity portion of the tornado warning here. And I want you to watch this green area right in here. This is the area. Green colors going away, going towards the radar in northern Indiana. Red colors going away. And this is where the Doppler radar indicated portion of the tornado is located. And I'm going to go back a couple frames. You can see that frame. It was there. I think the tipping point on why they issued the tornado warning was south and east of Fayette, and that's why they issued the tornado warning was because of this strong rotation right here. And this is back in time, and we're going to watch it here as it continues to drift on down towards the south and towards the east. And just on that last frame there, not too much going on with this rotation. So, like I said, it's dying off, and then it's coming back to life. It's dying off, and then it's coming back to life here, and it continues to slide on off towards the south and east. So right now, basically, if you live in Wauseon, you know, this isn't a, you know, all bells and whistles that there is a tornado on the ground, because A, we haven't got confirmation that there is a tornado on the ground, and on radar, you know, it's not a home run here per se that there is a tornado on the ground. Nonetheless, though, if you live along County Road H, County Road K, County Road 17, and this is all Fulton County, Industrial Road, over towards North Cornell Road, you need to take your tornado precautions right now. Wauseon, we're gonna sit here and watch this thing and see what it does here. And if the rotation pops back up again, I'll definitely come back on and tell you that, you know, this is a situation where you need to take your tornado precautions, but just be one step away from your tornado safe spot if you're in Wauseon. Let's put it that way here as this rotation part of the storm continues to drift on down towards the south and towards the east. And I'd say right now we're about 10 minutes away from this storm coming into the Wauseon area. So like I said, we're just going to sit and watch and see how it all pans on out. Basically, the areas that I really need you to take your tornado precautions, and I'll throw those back here on the screen, and we've been through this before, but you know, it's a good reminder. Take shelter in a basement or in a central room on the lowest floor of your home. Stay away from windows, and if you're in a mobile home, seek shelter in a more substantial shelter. Now let's go back to the radar portion of here, and hopefully we get a new update here before we toss it back on over to Hubert and Tim. We can get back over to our radar portion here. Give me just 1 second, and let's pop those. There we go. And new radar scan is not actually, there we go. We got a new radar scan that just came in, and it's still showing some strong rotation with this cell here. No tornado confirmation with this cell, but you can see the green colors going towards the radar, and this is based off northern Indiana and northwestern Indiana, and red colors going away. So right now, I would like everybody, especially north of Wauseon, to take their tornado precautions right now. The city of Wauseon, it's going to be a close call. I still want you to watch this carefully, but if you live north of Wauseon, and we'll just go right down the street level, and I can tell you which areas need to take their tornado precautions. County Road K, Walters Avenue, County Road 16, and County Road K, and then that's the end of the tornado warning, and then we'll know whether or not northern Indiana is going to extend the tornado warning or if they're going to discontinue it. But right now, basically, you know, this isn't, you know, knock out of the park home run tornado warning, but it does show at times strong rotations on radar, then it weakens, and then once again it shows strong rotations. Basically right now I want everybody north of the city limits of Wauseon to be in their tornado safe spot. If we can go to our SI portion of it just for 15 seconds, I want to show tonight's forecast. Evening thunderstorms should be done by 10 o'clock, and then some clearing late, warm and humid with a low temperature of 70, and a storm or two may be severe. For Sunday, scattered thunderstorms, a storm or two may be severe again tomorrow with a high temperature of 89, and quickly we'll show you the first part of the 10-day trend, because that's what you need to see towards Wednesday and Thursday, Tim and Hubert, and we are definitely cooling down by the middle of the week with temperatures only getting to 80 degrees. I'll continue to monitor the situation, Hubert and Tim. Thank you for your patience out there. And like I said, Everybody north of Wauseon, north of the city limits, please take your immediate tornado precautions right now. Everybody in the city of Wauseon, I'd say be a step away from your tornado safe spot.
And Tom, what was the timing on the tornado warning?
The tornado warning goes until 6:30, and like I said, I want to emphasize this is not a home run tornado warning, let's call it, or a knock out of the park tornado warning, because sometimes rotation there, sometimes it's not. It goes from scan to scan, and also the main thing, or the golden thing out of all this, Hubert and Tim, we haven't gotten confirmation that there is a tornado on the ground. If there becomes confirmation that there's a tornado on the ground, definitely I will come back on and I will give you the newest information.
All right, very good. Thank you, Tom.
This is an NBC 24 severe weather update.
And I'm Tom Kippen in the NBC 24 Weather Center. We continue with the tornado warning for about 3 more minutes for, I'd say, central portions now of Fulton County, north of the Wauseon area. Let's zoom in a little bit tighter here. And a couple things we notice with radar in respects to tornado warnings. One, you want your hook, and we kind of got a half hook right here near Walters Avenue. And the second portion is we look at the velocity data, and this is the Doppler portion of the radar, winds going towards and from the radar. And as we close back in here, I'll clear this arrow out of here, and we look for winds going towards and from the radar. And I'm going to put this into motion here and show you why northern Indiana went ahead and issued the tornado warning, and for good reason too. We'll look at the entire polygon, and what we want here is winds going towards and winds going away from the radar. And I want you to notice, and I'll just circle the area where this is going to take a little bit of a trip across Fulton County. Winds in the green going towards the radar, winds going away from the radar in the red. Now at this scan, actually let me back it up one more scan, this is pretty much why northern Indiana issued the tornado warning right here, south and east of Fayette, and then it continued southeast across western and central portions of Fulton County. This wasn't a knock out of the park home run, but there was rotation there. You can see one scan it was there, next scan it was there, and then next scan it was gone, and then another scan it was there. And that's why they issued the tornado warning. So that's why the tornado warning was issued, and that's why areas north and west of Wauseon, I was saying, and south and east of Fayette needed to take their tornado